Good afternoon. I would like to call this meeting of the Youth Advisory Council to order. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Could we please get a roll call?
Ed Simchek has asked for an excused absence. Katie Toper-Zer,
Here.
thank you. Ryan Raffles,
Here.
Skylar Costars is not here. Anthony Scaramuzzi is not here. Marley Hook
Present.
and Taylor Eason.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay. We have a guest chairman from the National Resource Board who would like to address us. Would George Millar like to come forward?
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is George Millar. I'm the chair for the Natural Resource Board for the City of Sebastian. I just want to say it's a pleasure meeting with you all today. What I would like to talk about briefly is our Earth Day event. Every year for the past probably 7 or 8 years, we've had an event over here at Riverview Park that is focusing on ecological materials and vendors and things of that nature to promote Earth Day and also to help describe Earth Day, what it's all about. You can look at our website at the City of Sebastian's Natural Resource Board to find out more information about it. It's on Saturday, April 23rd. It's going to begin approximately 9 o'clock in the morning until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What we would like you to do possibly is talk to your schools, to your student councils, or to your leadership, your assistant principals, or your principal, to encourage participation and advertising the event through your schools so we have more students and youth to come and to learn about our environment. Some of the projects that we as a Natural Resource Board are working on presently are the oyster mat project, which is really turning into an oyster bag project where we're trying to cleanse the lagoon by reestablishing the oyster beds in the lagoon. We have another program called the Giant Tree Program, which we identify very large trees within the city of Sebastian and put it into a registry. So those are a couple of the things that you can learn about at Earth Day, plus there's different contests, there's other vendors and things of that nature, and there's prizes to be won, trivia, a lot of different things. It's usually very interesting. It's an event, something that where you can come and visit and walk around for a little while and then go. And we're changing the format a little bit this year. So we invite you to come. We encourage you to talk to your schools about the event. Like I said, you can pull us up on the City of Sebastian's Natural Resource Board website, and I'm sure staff can also help you with any brochures. Okay, are there any questions?
When did you say this event was again?
Saturday, April the 23rd.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
Okay. Now we have to discuss rather, our participation in the Arts and Music Festival this weekend. Have we done any preparation for that?
I contacted Miss Monet and we're able to get the whole pavilion, and for Friday setup, if we're gonna do it then, it's 12 to 6, and on Saturday we have to be ready by 9. And in the pavilion, she said we can hang things and we could get like posters for advertising out like these.
Okay. My only concern was that we would not have enough time to prepare by this weekend. And Mr. Millar has just invited us to the Earth Day Festival, so would we maybe consider doing something there if we're not able to pull this together by this weekend?
Basically, he just wants to know if you think we can be more organized, have everything ready for the April event instead of the one in 2 weeks.
I think we would be able to have it ready for the art festival event. Was there anything specific that needed extra preparation for what we had planned?
Materials.
Who are we going to have manning the booth?
Yeah.
Does it have to be an adult? Because I could manage some of it, or we could ask for volunteers from schools or something.
Okay, I think what we're trying to find out is what exactly are we going to do? I know we're going to have materials and we want to have basically an art contest, but are we prepared enough now for the event on the 16th rather than in April where we can advertise more for people to come out? And I only say that because I've done an event 2 years ago there, and there's not a lot of kids that come out. So that's up to you guys.
Do we think if we did advertise it in the schools that we could get more participation for the Earth Day festival?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely applaud the efforts that were made. I think you guys have done a good job as far as that part goes. I think there was probably maybe a little more push for it that we could have had. And I don't think we meet enough to have discussed more. So.
Okay.
Can I ask what kind of art contests were you going to have? What kind of medium, supplies, and where would they come from?
Ideas. Paper could be a sketch, paint. That would be getting into more materials and stuff rather than doing a sketch or...
I know we discussed, I believe there was some kind of fund that the city council supplied. I don't recall. But as far as supplies, just colored pencils and paper, I think, was what we had discussed.
And where is it going to come from?
Maybe if we could get like a donor from maybe Michael's or a sponsor. It may be a little late to pull that together, but it was just an idea.
But would that have been able to be done by the 16th? Like I said, we haven't really met enough to really discuss more except for the workshop. And I know you guys are probably looking forward to it. I just don't want you guys to be disappointed by going and there not being a lot of kids to participate because we haven't advertised. I think getting out to the schools is a big deal.
Yeah, I was under the impression we were talking about Earth Day, but...
No. I was talking about the 16th. You haven't had time to get out to the schools to tell them about it, which is why we would need to prepare for Earth Day.
Right.
Or are we talking about Earth Day now?
She just asked about the materials. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Like, for the 16th, are the materials going to be there, or do they bring their materials? I mean, we don't have time to go before council to request a donation yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think businesses have been solicited, so I just think there's more time to do Earth Day. But it's whatever you four decide. You four should take a vote on whether you want to go forward with the arts festival. But then if you go forward, it's a 2-day event. And when are you going to be there? What are you going to have? There's just so many unknowns.
Right.
over here.
I'm on the Natural Resource Board also. In Earth Day, what we really had in mind was for you all to maybe go back to your schools and see what you all do at school for Earth Day, and then take that project and bring it to the park. And we could give you a table at the park, we could give you stage time, we can do whatever you need to have done to present whatever you have done at your school for Earth Day. You see what I'm saying? So you would have already done the work, and then just bring it to the park and show off what you've done. So it wouldn't take any more time or effort or energy on your part just to bring what you've already done. It doesn't have to be you, it could be, whatever your classmates have done.
Basically have a little competition maybe at your schools, an art thing at the schools. This way you guys can have something prepared. And then would they be able to have some kind of you said they could have a table, but would they be able to have maybe kids that come out to draw something for you guys or do some sort of art for you?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, we do have sidewalk art that day, chalk art, and you can, participate in that. They plan to have bike races. They're going to shut off the road and bike races. So we plan to have some activities. Of course, we're going to have the dog show again. The dog is the police dog demonstration. So whatever you all would have needed, we would supply. And if you need stage time, we have stage time we can give you. If you want to sing something, whatever. Whatever. If you want to act out something, whatever you did for Earth Day at your school, just show it off at the park on Earth Day on that Saturday.
I think,
My thought.
my bad, I'm an idiot.
Go ahead.
I think that Earth Day sounds like a great idea. I really do like that idea.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we want to, well, that's not really much of a question. We will take a vote. Yes. I would move to do Earth Day instead. Can I get a second?
I second that.
Okay, Katie, yay or nay?
Yay.
And Ryan?
Yay.
Marley?
Yay.
And Taylor?
Yes.
So the motion carries. Your festival or your art contest is going to take place at Earth Day, April 23rd. Okay.
Can I add something real quick? It would, I think, this is another boost to the Earth Day motion. It would also be a good idea because that way we have a theme for the art. Earth Day art, whatever you want.
You guys can discuss that now.
All right. So do we want to still hold an art competition? So
Could we do something to the schools, like an art contest there, like a photo contest, and everyone kind of submits them to the school, and then we look at them all beforehand and present it at the stage, like she was saying?
Like Earth Day themed photos?
Yeah, like animals and landscape, but it like we would have guidelines, like a theme, like in Sebastian, since it's kind of the city.
Can I make a suggestion? It's probably in your best interest to get with your art teachers and then even administration at your schools and discuss what you guys can do. And this way, you guys can also get advertisement and let the kids know that you guys are actually part of this, if you guys go ahead and do that.
okay. Does anybody have an art class to begin with? That would be helpful.
Well, we have an art teacher, but we don't have art class this year. Well, never mind. Yes, we have it. Yes.
I could talk to some of the art teachers at the school and see what they think, and like for them advertising it, and then talk to the administration to get it on the announcements.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Is there anything else that we need to discuss for that? Do we have it all covered pretty much?
So with the Earth Day, are we planning on not doing anything that we had planned, just the art competition? Or?
Say that
I
again.
think.
What was the question?
Are we just doing an art competition then if we attend with Earth Day?
You guys would have the competition at the schools basically, and then have that stuff brought and set up to Earth Day, and then you guys can they have the sidewalk chalk, and anybody who wants to come out, if you advertise, they would be able to come out and do something artistic with the sidewalk chalk. Maybe you do something with that.
Okay.
So is it just top winners of the competition, or?
You're gonna be allowed to have a table probably. And then at this table, from 9 to 3, I think he said, kids are gonna sit there and you're gonna have your contest winners, or you're gonna have whatever you decide to have at the table at the festival.
Oh, okay.
And like you can sit there and you can have, later on, you guys are gonna talk about this flyer that Ryan designed, and you'll have this flyer sitting at the table and you'll promote your board and seek suggestions on how you guys can improve the community.
I think those flyers can also go to your schools too when you go to your administration or the art teachers.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Is that something you guys want to do, or do you want to just do a whole different project? Or, I mean, is this for you guys to, are you interested in this?
I would be. Were we thinking more of a photography or drawing or both? Anything?
Well, if we're just gonna present the winners, like we could do some from the middle school and then the high school, and then the photos of each, so it won't just be drawings. It'll
No,
be
I
a little
think he
more on
wants
the
to know
table.
what kind of art you guys are going to be displaying. Is it going to be photography, drawings?
I think it should be whatever you want it to be. Like maybe we could have a certain section for photography and another one for drawings, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it would be like along the guidelines of like the landscape and Earth, because it's gonna be at the Earth Day Festival.
Right. Okay. So,
We have some time for some more meetings to iron out these details. But to advertise, do you guys, how's your Facebook post coming? You guys are you ready to post something on Facebook?
I talked to them and I thought that we weren't allowed to have a Facebook page because it was managed by the city.
Here comes Miss Brooke.
Well, the board is not allowed to have a Facebook page because of obvious reasons, because you're a government board. The City of Sebastian now has a City of Sebastian actual official Facebook page. All I need is the wording for a post. And then you could promote it within your friends and the schools, and it could get promoted that way. And that's, we had come up with a hashtag, COS Youth Council, that you could share and could be searched, and that way you could use it to get your word out through an official channel through the City of Sebastian. So I don't write the copy. You guys got to write the words. And it's for you guys to be able to share the information between friends and schools and that sort of stuff. So that's what we got.
okay. I would, no, I would say we could, we could assign someone to work on the wording, but if we don't have all the details ironed out yet, then do we want to save that for, or arrange another meeting? Or?
Some of the things you might want to think about wording-wise is promotion of your boards, information, how to get the information to the board, stuff you're looking for the kids, stuff that we can get responses back. It could be a way for you to interact somewhat. We can't respond back, but they can give you suggestions back through the Facebook, just like you do with your peers when you see a picture and you say, oh, cool. And it's about the same feedback that we're offering. They can't direct message us, so they can't do that, but it's all in a public forum. So they can send us stuff, and it's stuff that it's out there for everybody to see. And from there, it might give you some insights to what other people are thinking and a way to get your message out. Because, well, you guys are the new age board coming on, so we gotta figure out how to reach the kids that you guys are trying to help get activities and get them involved. So we're also open to suggestions.
Okay. Who thinks they would be good at wording this? Because I don't think I would.
Just send us what you got. Any ideas, just send it on to costv at cityofsebastian.org or city@cityofsebastian.org or Ashley or anybody.
Can start with this.
Yeah, can start with putting that on Facebook and hashtagging your flyer and start getting the word out.
Okay. On that note, should we review the flyer, or?
We can go over the flyer, make a couple little tweaks, make it a little more city official, and get it on out there.
Yeah, but I mean review it with the board.
Yep,
Yeah.
You need to review that too.
Okay. So, on that note, I designed this flyer. Call me a procrastinator this afternoon, just been kind of busy with stuff. But this is what I did. I've already been given a few pointers about some things that need to be revised about the design of it and everything, and I'll keep that in mind. But what do you think of, how about I read it so that people in the audience know what it says? It starts off with the heading. This is a call to the youth of Sebastian, and I insert, oh, there it is, put in a paragraph. Is there something you would like as a youth in the community? Why not make a difference? It says, we are the Sebastian Youth Advisory Council. We are a group of youth chosen from the local middle schools and high school, which represent the youth of the community. Our goal is to make the community a better place for the youth population. If you are a youth that would like to see something done in the community, come on down to City Hall for the next meeting. We'd love to hear from you. And it gives the next meeting date, which has since been changed, but obviously I will fix that. Has the city website so they can fund the calendar for our future meetings. And address of City Hall in case some people happen to not know where the City Hall is. Are there any suggestions for it of things I need to revise or?
I like the flyer. I really love it, but you might want to make a little more colorful to it to make it more like, I guess you could say, pop out more to the youth.
Okay.
But that's my only problem with it. The rest of it is awesome.
Are there any, like, which part do you think should be a different color?
With the flyer, where would you want to advertise it? Would you want to send it to the schools, or where did you have in mind?
Well, I made it because we were talking about having some to pass out at the festival that we're doing. But like the officer suggested, we could give it to the schools when we talk to them about doing the festival. So they can have it out maybe in the office or wherever they see fit.
Could we also pass it out to like the chamber and the library so the other rest of the public can see it and like show their grandkids and kids and everyone else?
I would say so, yeah. I happen to have a connection at the library that can take care of that. Is that it? Any other suggestions? So other than that, this is good?
I'd say so.
Okay. Is there anything else about the festival or?
At this time, I don't think so. I think for the most part, we've got an event, we've got a basic idea. We need to go back to the schools, figure out what we need to do from there, figure out with the art teachers what's good mediums for everybody, and come back with, at the next meeting, come back with what the art teachers have said and go from there. Okay?
Now, for like the art contest, who would judge it? Would we be judging it, or would like the art teachers judge it, or?
Talk to them. They might have an idea, because I guarantee they've probably done art contests before, so they might have a very good idea of how a good structure for their school will work.
Okay. If that's it for the festival, then I will ask if there's any public input. Okay. New business. Do we have new business?
Mr. Chairman, we wanted to get the council's opinion on having the council meet at 5 or 6 p.m. Maybe more of the council members can come, or it might be easier for the parents to transport the children. And how would the council feel about that?
I know that my mom is working at this time, and my dad has to pick up my brother around the time of the meeting, so I showed up at like 3:30 today. So a later start time would work for me. What about everyone else?
My parents are basically very similar to that. They both work until 5 and they don't get off till 5:30, so I guess that would work for me too.
It could work for me. I don't really do much.
So 6 o'clock time would probably work better for you guys.
We have one more council member to hear from.
Yes, either time would work for me.
Okay, so we want to do 6?
Okay. All right. And the next meeting, you guys are scheduled to meet quarterly, but so the next meeting is February 10th, I think. And Ashley, Officer Penn, has college class on Wednesdays, and we were wondering if we could go to Tuesday at 6 p.m. So that'd be February 9th.
I agree with that. That sounds fine.
So that'll be your next meeting to talk more about your contest.
Okay.
And anything else? That's all for staff matters.
Okay.
For new business.
committee member matters. Is there anything the committee would like to bring up? Nope. Okay. Items for our next agenda. We have to discuss what our teachers have said. So we need feedback. I'll probably be bringing back a revised flyer. Can anybody think of anything else? Because the feedback will lead us into the details for the contest and stuff, so I don't think that needs to be listed as a separate item. Okay. So that is everything? Okay. Well then, I will adjourn this meeting at 4:30.
Marley has one more. Do you have something, Marley? No? Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Then I will adjourn this meeting at 4:33.